Hey everybody, the Adept here, and I have another unboxing video for you. This is the GMMK 3 Pro HE by Glorious. This was not sent to me by them. I have no relationship with them at all, and so this is a 100% me video. I bought this so that I could go over it with you and give you a good, unbiased, accurate review. For those of you who do not know what HE stands for, that's the Hall effect, which is a magnetic halo that surrounds magnets that a sensor in the PCB reads and can use that to tell within usually about 0.1 millimeter detail where the switch has been pushed, and it's primarily used for gaming. Obviously you can use it anywhere. It works just fine for everyday use. Without further ado, they would like for you to stay glorious. This box is 100% recyclable, including the packaging that the keyboard comes in, and you have two inserts right here that will have some of our accessories, which we will take a look at. There's some items in the bottom. We have a registration card, what I assume are stickers, quick start guide, and a card that outlines the different types of HE switches that will be available from Glorious. We have a box here, which I think are the switches, and then a box here, which are probably accessories, and we'll take a look at that. It is a simple, well, not a simple because it has the flared back, but it is a wedge with accent lights on the side, per key north-facing RGB for those of you who care about north versus south facing, and then it does have the Glorious emblazoned on the bottom. So it comes with a keycap and switch puller, the worst possible kind, your Mac switches, and then or keycaps, and then the other switches. And then what do we got in here? We have a braided A to C cable, additional gaskets, screwdriver, gasket, a couple of O-rings, some screws, and that is everything that is included. These are using double shot PBT Aura keycaps, and you can see here, not only is it north facing RGB, but this is one of the few keyboards that do also support both mechanical and Hall effect switches. It has a metal plate. It does have plate foam, but does not appear to have a PE sheet, which on a Hall effect board is less of a thing because it's not really bottoming out onto the board. It doesn't need to. It has unglued feet in the bottom, covering 4 screw holes. And we're just going to take a quick look. We're not actually going to make any mods to the bottom of the keyboard. Knob is actually appears to be a plastic piece. Pull that out. The foam appears to be a variation of the G foam that was included with the kit, the Flex kit. You got your hot swap sockets in Glorious yellow, as well as these are the sensors here. These are your RGB. You can see the foam in the center is also that same G foam type material. The metal plate rests on the G foam. There are gaskets. These gaskets do not give any flex. This is not surprising as well, being as Hall effect doesn't like it keyboards with a lot of flex. This accent piece goes under this RGB right here. I would say it's probably an aluminum or steel plate. As opposed to the GMMK Pro, this does not include the light anglers for the diffuser, so it is counting on G-foam that is in the plate to provide the necessary push for the light from the PCB to get angled up so that they come out the sides. So this is the wired only model. I did not splurge for the wireless because it was like $60 more, which is something to talk about with this keyboard. It is super heckin' expensive. So this model, which is, like I said, this is the Pro, but it is also the TKL wired only version. Comes in at $319 built. And it comes with the switches and the keycaps which are not doing this keyboard any favors. So the stabilizers seem pretty good. We're going to go ahead and pull the keycaps off, and in its place we will be installing a set of PBT Celestial Ice. So let's take a look at the shine through real quick. This is the glow. There's your side glow. And obviously the other side glow is basically the same. The underglow is nice. Let's go ahead and change those keycaps. And this is the keyboard without any switches on it, keycaps on it. And you can see here where the Bluetooth module would normally go. You can see that it uses plate mounted stabilizers. Let's go ahead and get the keycaps installed. And here is the keyboard with the Celestial Ice keycaps. And I kind of updated the RGB a little bit, utilizing the Glorious Core 2.1 software. Let's talk about my final thoughts for the GMMK 3 Pro HE 75% wired edition. As far as this specific model, well, let's zoom out a little bit here. As far as the GMMK 3 HE keyboards, for the plastic version, that's going to run you between $179.99 and $229.99 through the Glorious website. The Pro version, which is the one that has the aluminum case instead of the case, that's going to start at $299, and the stock versions go up to $349. With then, if you use their configurator to choose your top and bottom colors and things like that, switches, keycaps, you're going to be looking closer to $400. For that kind of money, you could get 4 Hummingbird 65 or 68 keyboards, which are like $89 a piece. And those are all aluminum case keyboard Hall effect. One of the things that I did discover during my review testing is that the switches in the GMMK are in fact South Pole switches, which means that you will not be able to use switches like most of the Jade switches, the Magneto switches, most of the Geon Raptor switches, most of the switches that are on the market, any switch that is being used by the Wooting basically at this point, because they use North Pole facing magnets. So if that was your thought, you won't be able to do that, and so that's kind of a big letdown for me personally. So keep that in mind when purchasing switches by Otumu. I know I'm saying that wrong today. And there is a version of the Jade magnetic switch that does have a South Pole, and that does have the South Pole, and you could get that. I haven't tried it yet. I was thinking about ordering some for myself for my Akko, which also has South Pole facing, which is why I don't need another one, certainly not one that costs $320 for basically what you can get the Akko for, which is about half that, which has tri-mode built in, and the only thing it doesn't have is the side accent lights. Besides that, they're pretty close. So that is probably the biggest turnoff for this keyboard. I mean, I say the biggest turnoff because it's not really bringing anything special to the party for that price point.